Thank you, God, for this beautiful day. Thank you for waking me up out of my bed this morning. Thank you for all of my loved ones who are here with me in the physical, and all my ancestors and loved ones who are looking out for me from wherever they are. Thank you for the magic and everyday moments. Thank you for this gorgeous Christmas tree next to me. Thank you for everything. Thank you for this phone that I have and for inspiring me to sit down and record a video. Thank you for always encouraging me and always believing in me. You are my biggest supporter, and I just want to live life in collaboration with you. Always. Thank you for making that happen for me. Like, you're just amazing, and I love you so much. So much. Thank you. I was just hesitating right there to say God again, so that's something I'll need to talk about in the future, about why there's so much interference with saying the word God. I feel like God is the most misunderstood in the whole world. We're just told so many lies about the frequency of that loving intelligence, so in the future I'll definitely talk about it. But right now, what I want to share is just the energy that I'm feeling. Beginning of this month, there was a lot of uncertainty, confusion, ending of things, jobs, relationships, dreams, things that weren't working, they rapidly gotten taken away. And I think most of us were expecting an ending to come, and it did. Whatever has ended in our lives, it was needed. It needed to happen. So at this point, there's definitely more peace about that, and understanding of like, wow, not having this thing in my life, now that I'm on the other side of my time and energy not being given to this thing in my life, I can see how freeing it is. And if it was left up to me, you would still be involved in that type shit, right? So whatever has ended, farewell, served its purpose. And maybe it's been a long time coming, and in the future, I hope and pray that when we know we need to leave certain scenarios, that we do so when we realize that, okay, this is not in alignment. But that's the lesson that was learned. Yeah. So tonight I just wanted to sit here and have a new beginning for myself. Actually, I've been wanting to do readings and just put my energy out there, and this is my way of doing so. Tonight I'm feeling pretty inspired, so I'm riding that wave. I got my little rose quartz in my hand, giving me that support, and I got my little bell here that I got recently for any energy clearings, as needed, like right now. So yeah, the message that I really felt inspired by today was, what if no one told you it was impossible? What if no one told you it was impossible? What if no one told you it was impossible? When I say that, and I had to say it 3 times, so I really if you were drifting somewhere else, the consciousness is going somewhere else, I hope it's here now in this moment. Um, what if no one told you it was impossible? Whatever dream you had as a child, whatever you were good at, whatever lit you up, what if no one told you that that could be what brings you the most fulfillment in your life? You know, because if you're a creative, if you're an artist, you've been told at some point that, nah, bro, that's just, it's not gonna make you money, or academics, there's more security in that, or it's just a hobby, or maybe you weren't nurtured, maybe you didn't have your parents or your guardians didn't have the means to like support your artistic ventures, and at a certain point you just lost connection with the gift that you were born with. um, I remember growing up, the school I went to, we had, well, a class period called extracurricular activities, ECA, right? And that included things like dancing, art, music, all the creative things, right? But even in the name itself, I was thinking recently, it was called extracurricular activities, not essential activities. But these are the things that make human life worth living, and we are all conduits of bringing ideas to life, and if people told you that that gift that you have is worthless, they told you it was impossible for that to mean anything, measure up to anything, and we started associating value with that and monetary value with that, and it crushed our dreams along the way. And today I'm just sitting with this message, even with the changes happening, and like ways of living falling apart. I'm just like, what actually can I do? What's there to lose but the fake life that has been built around expectations of others? These things are going to crumble away whether we like it or not, because you were born, like, you're here in this beautiful magical world, and the way it's designed to just have all your life force energy go into work, 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 right? Like, that's not natural, and you know it and you feel it. That's why no one wants to wake up and go to a job. And if you find yourself in a place where you're a little bit lost right now, I'm right there with you, babe. Like, what I'm feeling right now is just the calling of my inner child. She's been bringing back memories, and I have nothing to lose, so I'm just putting energy into my creativity. And I'm realizing, like, holy shit, I was told that my art doesn't mean shit. Like, the only thing I liked doing when I was growing up, where I grew up, we only had Saturdays as the weekend. So Friday nights, I'd like take out my 6 paint colors, that I took from my brother. It didn't even belong to me. Like, he doesn't do art like that. So I took it from him, and I prayed to God that no one would make me give it back to him, because I just wanted the colors for myself. And I would just bring out the little art supplies that I had, and I would make art. And it was so fun for me. It was so nourishing for me. And I would show it to my peoples, and I think they liked it. But the general vibe in the society that I grew up, and also like what my dad especially valued, was academic achievement. So the art was just like something extra. It would never be the main thing that I would do, or it would be quite disappointing, right? So maybe you relate to this in some way. And right now, I've done all that. I've done the job. Dude, I've been working for 11 years. I have always had somewhere to clock in, but this month, God took me out of a job. I have never been unemployed before. So I'm experiencing this expansion of time. And during that, I'm finding myself not quite as productive as I think I would like to be, but it's just like a season of rest until like things really start gearing up. And what I'm feeling is like, what a beautiful opportunity for me to totally just believe in myself, and I have the time, make the art. But there's just so many beliefs that were drilled into me, which I'm uncovering and, planting hope and belief in myself in those holes, And I want you to know that, what if no one told you that it was impossible? Like, how differently would we move? How differently would we view ourselves when we look in the mirror, Our inner childs are just like encouraging us along the way. And I think following the dreams of our inner child is the way to really live a fulfilling life. So that is the main message. I do have a bunch of cards with me here. I couldn't decide like what I wanted to pull from. But as I'm talking about the inner child, I think it's going to be the inner child oracle. So how beautiful is this bell? You guys, can you see? Is it too close, too far? I don't know. Oh yeah, so this sun right here, like solar plexus, you know what I'm saying? Like that's our creativity center. That's our let's go and do it center. Let me clear that. Like, babe, whatever your dreams are, you can do it. You can do it. And maybe for some of you, your dreams include like, you need to like speak well over yourself, because the blue within the sun is giving throat chakra for me right now. And water, like speaking life into your water. I recently got this book about the water experiments by Dr. Emoto, right? Masaru Emoto, this one right here. So it's giving like speak life into the water that you're drinking. And because every cell in your body has water, we are water, so speak life into the water that you're drinking so that the water inside your body starts programming into that. And even your food, right? But if I find something, this book is going to be so interesting to read. So yeah, that's the message there. Okay, now let's move on to the inner child oracle. Yeah, dude, we're just a bunch of like children wanting to like wanting to just experience love and life. We're in these adult bodies, but in how many ways are we still feeling like we don't know shit about the world? Because honestly, we won't ever know everything, but to just know the wisdom of the child. Because when we were kids, we're not privy to the programmings, the limitations of the matrix that we live in, okay? And I will say one thing, and I'm not going to go into details about it right now, but imagine a sludge on top of like a pristine body of water. Okay, the sludge is literally garbage, okay? And the truth is the pristine body of water, but the sludge is all that we see and all that we know. And the sludge is there for a reason, because if you could see the crystal clear water and the potential and the magic of it, like you would see that the sludge was placed there for suppression. And that's kind of like what consciousness is at right now. Is our connection to our beloved mother, father has been severed, distorted, and that distorts our connection to ourselves and to one another. And many will not know what I'm saying, but if you're catching what I'm saying, you already know, like, it's so important to reconnect with your inner child that was fresh from the angelic realms, like just now formed in a mother's womb, just now came to earth side without any limitations attached to you yet. Like, connecting to those early versions of you will really help us anchor in and walk in the mission that we came on earth to do. yeah, so keeping that in mind, keeping that in your hearts. Beloved Mother, Father, God, Big G, thank you. I don't remember half the things I said in this video, but that's the beauty of it. So, if there was one card that would like to come out now, something that this beautiful collective needs to hear, this beautiful collective that I'm part of, a beautiful message for the upcoming days, something that is going to enrich our lives and help us really anchor into our path. Thank you. I'm not even joking. This is literally happening right now. Okay. Card number 1, babes. It says, a time to remember. Look back on your childhood. Okay. Can you see? I don't know. This is my first time recording like in a setting, and I'm hoping that things are lining up and you're seeing the card. I really want you to look at the picture. Hopefully it's in the view of things. How about now? How about now? Anyway, yeah, number 1, a time to remember. Look back on your childhood. Oh wow, such a beautiful picture. It's literally magic. We live in a magical world. Like, think about it. Your body just runs itself. You don't have to think about, okay, my heart's still beating, my stomach is still digesting, like, you know, my kidneys and my liver is still filtering. Your feet just walk. When you want to walk, your feet just walk, you know? Like, it's beautiful. And dreams, like, when we're sleeping, we're connecting to all these different realms, and your soul is supposed to be connecting to the organic grids in the dream realms, and like connecting to the love and care and rejuvenation from Mother, Father, God. And even that layer is hijacked. You know, it's a crazy world that we live in. But all that aside, babe, number 1, a time to remember. Look back on your childhood. That's the key. Literally, that's the key. You were born so perfect. And we can't strive for perfection. You were already that. You were already a beloved child of God, and God loves you so much. Even if you don't believe it, that's okay. God's not mad at you. God will never punish you. In fact, like, punishment and love just don't go together. Hello, guys. Are you okay over there? Mimi, did you scare yourself? It's okay, baby girl. I'm trying to introduce my cats with my roommate's cat, and today's the first time they had dinner across this gate, and I think they're trying to interact with each other through the gate, but you know, there's going to be a little bit of kissing here and there. I don't know what their inner child went through, but you can clearly see, you know, there's a lot of fear and confusion, but still hope, and like just trying new things. I'm so proud of them. Anyway, guys, a time to remember, looking back on your childhood. What was I even saying? Yes, you were born perfect. And then we were just told by literally everyone we trusted that you ain't shit. Okay? And now, like, generationally, we're learning how to love ourselves and show up for ourselves. And that's so beautiful. Has that ever been done before in the history of humanity? No. So what a beautiful time to be alive. And we chose to be alive like during the time of the internet. So if you feel like the internet is a place you want to be and share your frequency, you should do that. That's something I've been wanting to do forever and a half, really. But there were so many things stopping me, but ultimately they were all lies. and I was telling myself, like, I was talking to the version of me taking her last breath. Like, if you're ever confused about what you need to do, like, talk to the version of you who's taking their last breath and ask them, would you regret doing this? Would you regret not doing this? Because just as you look at the versions of yourself in the past with love and hold them in tender gentleness, like tender gentleness, gentle tenderness, the version of you that you want to align with in the future now, like they're also looking at you with so much respect and so much love and like rooting for you. This is where journaling might be really helpful too. It's literally a way to time travel. I look at past journal entries of myself and I go back in and write something, and then future me looks at these two entries, and it's a communication that's happening over space and time, and it's absolutely so healing and so magical. So remember what made you really happy, and create space and time for you to do that, because that is honestly going to give you so much fulfillment. And it doesn't have to be like, don't put pressure on yourself is the thing. Don't have an end goal, don't have an expectation. Just create some space to engage yourself in that thing. And that's a form of rest too, you know? And if you feel resistance to that, like, your feminine is the one that wants things, that wants to like do things, that dreams, right? You feel all these dreams, but you're not able to actually like do them, whether it's sitting down to like draw or sitting down to read for 10 minutes, like that means your masculine is being interrupted from creating space for your feminine to carry out those visions and those dreams, you know? So yeah, your masculine may be burnt out from, you know, the demands of life and things like that. So see where you can be gentle on yourself and take it easy, and just know that in this coming year, it's gonna be a lot easier for you to tap into like your energy reservoirs, because God is literally gonna take things away that are draining you. Because God has a plan. Like, I feel like God wasn't accessible to us for a long time because there's so many like little G's like doing their little fuckery out here. But just like in the darkest night, you can still see the stars shining bright. Like, that's God's love, you know? God's love will reach us. Oh, God's love will reach us. You can't stop me from talking, bruh. God's love will reach us no matter how dark it gets. Okay? A time to remember. Look back on your childhood. Yeah. Should I read from the book? Yes, I should. And it's a number 1. And guess what? 2026 is, yes, a year 10, so year of completion, and also year 1. You know, because if you add 2026, comes to 10, and then 1 plus 0 is 1. So, Lord have mercy. This card has the 1 in it. Oh my gosh, my voice, what's happening? Let me drink some water. Thank you, water. I love you, water. Please help me clear my throat so I may speak as God intends me to. Thank you. Guys, your ancestors that absolutely love you and adore you are so proud of you. And whatever dreams that your ancestors didn't get to live out, we gotta do it for them. We gotta do it for them. You're already doing so much. And I know, like, you have this big dream. Big dream. I can just feel you guys, because God's gonna bring people to this video that have big dreams and that have a pure heart, and that their hearts never hardened no matter what. And people like that, they got a lot of ops, okay? And you're not over here like bragging about the ops. Like, you have compassion for the ops, but you're also learning boundaries. So That's beautiful. You're doing a great job, babe. So basically, a time to remember says a photograph can be a powerful tool when working with our inner selves. So it can bring to the present the memories and feelings associated with our childhood. This can be an especially beneficial practice, particularly when working through harmful patterns or beliefs that we might have regarding our childhood self. Awareness exercise. Sorry, guys. Burp. Gather multiple photographs of your younger self, reflect on each one, and choose the image that you feel most drawn to. Once you have your photograph, take some time to gaze at the image, observing yourself in a neutral and non-judgmental way. Try to think of yourself as you would think of any other child, as a precious treasure. You are my treasure. Separate from any memories of who you were then and who you are now. Okay, so separate from any memories of who you were then and who you are now. Now that you have this viewpoint in your mind, bring a feeling of love into your heart. Hold the photograph in front of you and let this love build up inside you for your childhood self. Send the love you feel inside of your heart to the picture of your younger self. Tell yourself that you love yourself and that you're perfect just the way you are. Whatever it is that the little you is yearning to hear, tell yourself in a voice of love. And there's also a journaling prompt. What thoughts and feelings does the image of your younger self bring up inside of you? Do you feel any blocks inside of your body or mind when you practice this exercise? Note, if you have strong negative feelings associated with childhood or your child self, this can be a difficult practice. While this exercise can be incredibly healing, only go as far as you feel comfortable. That's so beautiful, you guys. I pray that all of our inner children feel safe in our bodies and know that it is okay to tell us exactly what they're feeling, and then what they're feeling is okay, and it's not wrong for them to feel that way. And it's not wrong for them to want to express themselves fully without being shunned or shamed or blamed or having to manage the feelings and expectations of the world around them when they're only so little. They only know so much, but it's like the burden of the world is placed on them. And now we are doing our very, very best to allow her to breathe. Him, allow your inner child to breathe while also being an adult in this world. Like, God is really looking out for us, you guys. And if you've landed on this video, thank you for being here. Yeah. It's okay to be misunderstood. I was told, the message I got recently, another one, was that we all want community, right? We all want that, but I'm sure, you felt super misunderstood and just the other in your life, even within family, even with friends. Maybe you were bullied, and you just had to really dim who you are and be very careful about who you are. And you're so good at being a chameleon because that was your mode of survival, but it gets tiring and exhausting. So you maybe do spend a lot of time with yourself, by yourself, and it's not out of loneliness. It was a form of protection, and now it's become a new normal. But you still crave to be fully seen and loved for who you are. So if you're here, thank you for being here on this video. I hope you find your community, and if you feel like this could be your community, welcome. I really realized that I need to be myself and put myself out there so people who are like me will find me, because I've had my fair share of people who are not like me, and they're everywhere, you know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of used to not being understood, but because I understand myself, I feel like it's helped me get past, like, oh my gosh, what if people are mean to me on the internet? Like, bro, I still got me. You know what I'm saying? Like, her inner child is gonna expose themselves, and I've done enough holding of my hand through difficult times to know that some words on the internet ain't gonna hurt me. But the benefit of like putting myself out there is I get to find people who are like me, who get me, and we can really feel like a family on here. And that's the beauty of the internet. You know what? It's for everybody. The internet's for everybody. So, hello, welcome. I hope you stay if you feel like it. I also want to pull one last card to just conclude everything. What should we do? Okay, yeah, I'm just gonna do the soul's journey. I have a whole bunch of cards here, bro. I am a card collector. I love art. So you are the tool, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't need tools and stuff like that. But I love tools. I'm a human. I like things. Like, I like all the 3D, like touching, you know, tangible things. It brings me joy. So yeah, I love collecting beautiful decks of cards. And I've developed a bit of a collection over the years, and I want to use them to bring you guys messages of hope and love. So there's 2 cards that popped out. I didn't even ask, you know, but I guess these are the ones that want to be talked to today. Pride and courage. Interesting, like, the background is purple here, but the lettering is purple here, and the background is yellow here, but the lettering is yellow here. So courage and pride. So pride says, I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I need to figure out the angle of this thing, bruh. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. I love myself and I see myself in everyone. So gorgeous. And courage says, I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. Courage. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. I find the inner strength to face fear with confidence. And you know what I like to call fear is feeling excited and ready. The bottom of the deck is death. Sorry, another burp. I literally am drinking sparkling water. But let's call that a confirmation burp, huh? Death. I am learning that endings are merely beginnings, and that's a beautiful way to tie in the reading. It's the message that was coming in the beginning is that things are ending, guys. It's the end of the year. It's the end of the year of the snake. And I believe the next year is the year of the horse. So forward movement with grace. You know what I'm saying? And a big heart, because horses got a big heart. You know what I'm saying? And things are dying, and that's okay. This death will lead to abundance because we are a limitless being, and whatever dream that you have, it was put there for a reason. Like, God wouldn't give you a dream, a vision, a desire to experience something if it was impossible for you to feel it. God doesn't play like that. God is not a meanie. You don't have to work hard to achieve something like that. You just have to be you and be in alignment and take action from that place. Okay? And that is a process to learn, and these words may not even sink in. Like, what does that mean? Give me clear instructions. Give me the step 1, step 2, step 3. But what if you had to design all those steps, you know, and it would still lead you to where you need to go when you are coming up, you're connecting to God, and you are coming up with those plans and your steps yourself. But you have to believe in yourself, and if that seems too hard to do, that's okay. I can understand why. But ultimately, you'll get to a point where things keep happening and you're like, okay, I got nothing more to lose. I'm going to just believe in myself. If not now, then when? You know? With the version at my deathbed, what would they wish I did? Believe in myself. You know, you deserve that. So, thank you for watching. I don't know how long this video is, and I don't really care. If you've made it to the end of this video, thank you so much for sticking around, and I hope this message was nourishing for you. It was for me. Opening the camera, I really didn't know what I was going to say, but I just trusted in God. I kept hearing trust. Trust me, trust me, trust me. And that's what we're doing this whole next year. We're trusting the process. We're trusting ourselves. And big hugs to you. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year in March. Happy January. Yeah, I feel like next year's gonna be awesome. So I want to make more videos next year. I want to be more consistent with it, because I know the version of me at my deathbed would regret if I didn't. And this will be a fun challenge for me, is like be the boss of my own time, you know. Since I don't really have a job right now, and all I can do is apply for jobs. Thank you God and thank you past me for saving some money, you know what I'm saying? 'Cause Lord. I'll make another video about like what unemployment has taught me so far. Yes, that should be a fun one. So yeah, guys, have a lovely evening, morning, afternoon, whenever you're watching this. Once again, thank you so much for your time. I hope you sleep really well tonight and you feel your inner child come home to you, and you guys just like make the best life for you, you know, full of health, wealth, blessings, just yeah. So bye. See you in the next video.